Today we're reading in Book of Genesis. That's what we're doing. So I'm trying to type something in. There we go. Thank you. Uh, what's his first name? Oh, I'm gonna read though. Uh, chapters 44 of Genesis, Joseph's cup, and then we're gonna move on from there. Oh, Bogdanovich. Hey, bro. Sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Is that 4 syllables? I'm guessing 4 or 5. Anyway, I'm gonna read now. And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, Fill the men's sacks with food as much as they could carry, and put each man's money in the mouth of the sack. Also put my cup, the silver cup, in the mouth of the sack of the youngest, and his grain money. So he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. As soon as the morning dawned, the men were sent away. They were sent away, they and their donkeys. When they had gone out of the city and were not yet far off, Joseph said to his steward, Get up, follow the man, and when you overtake them, say to them, Why have you repaid evil for good? Is not this the one from which my Lord drinks, and with which he indeed practices divination? You have done evil in so doing. So he overtook them, and he spoke to them these same words. And they said to him, Why does my Lord say these words? Far be it from us that your servants should do such a thing. Look, we brought back to you from the land of Canaan the money which we found in the mouth of our sacks. How then could we steal silver or gold from your Lord's house? With whomever of your servants it is found, let him die, and we will be my Lord's slaves. And he said, Now also let it be according to your words. He with whom it is found shall be my slave, and you shall be blameless. Then each man speedily let down his sack to the ground, and each opened his sack. So he searched. He began with the oldest, left off with the youngest. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. And they tore their clothes, and each man loaded his donkey and returned to the city. So Judah and his brothers came to Joseph's house, and he was still there, and they fell before him on the ground. And Joseph said to them, What deed is this you have done? Did you not know that such a man as I can certainly practice divination? Then Judah said, What shall we say to my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God has found out the iniquity of your servants. Here we are, my Lord's slaves. both we and he also with whom the cup was found. But he said, Far be it from me that I should do so. The man the man in whose hand the cup was found, he shall be my slave. And as for you, go up in peace to your father. Then Judah came near to him and said, O my Lord, please let your servant speak a word in the Lord's hearing, and do not let your anger burn against your servant, for you are even like Pharaoh. My Lord asked his servant, saying, Have you a father or a brother? And we said to my Lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age, who is young. His brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother's children, and his father loves him. Then you said to your servants, Bring him down to me, that I may set my eyes on him. And we said to my Lord, The lad cannot leave his father, for if he should leave his father would die. But you said to your servants, Unless your youngest brother comes down with you, you shall see my face no more. So it was, when we went up to your servant, my father, that we told him the words of my Lord. And our father said, Go back and buy us a little food. But we said, We cannot go down. If our youngest brother is with us, then we will go down. For we may not see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Then your servant, my father, said to us, You know that my wife bore to me 2 sons, and the one went out from me, and I said, Surely he is torn to pieces, and I have not seen him since. But if you take this one also from me, and calamity befalls him, you shall bring down my gray hair with sorrow to the grave. No, that's fine, bro. Yeah, YouTube is being weird to my channel right now. I'm not sure why I'm not getting views. I have over 3,000 followers. I should be getting something. Now therefore, when I came to your servant, my father, and the lad is not with us. Now therefore, when I come to your servant, my father, and the lad is not with us, since his life is bound up in the lad's life. It will happen when he sees that the lad is not with us, that he will die. So your servants will bring down the gray hair of your servant, our father, with sorrow to the grave. For your servant became certainly for the lad, to my father, saying, If I do not bring him back to you, then I shall bear the blame before my father forever. Now therefore, please let your servant remain instead of the lad as a slave to my lord, and let the lad go up with his brothers. For how shall I go up to my father if the lad is not with me, lest perhaps I see the evil that would come upon my father? I mean, we're almost 10 minutes in, and no one is in except you. This is really sad. Maybe I need to do something for my streams. I'm just reading the Bible. Would someone like to, listen? And I see other channels going up like crazy, not mine. I don't know. I just don't know why. I don't have anybody except you, bro. Why is it no one in my streams? Sheesh. So your servant will bring down my gray hair of your servant, our father, with sorrow to the grave. For your servant became surely for the lad to my father, saying, If I do not bring him back to you, then I shall bear the blame for my father forever. Now therefore please let your servant remain instead of the lad as a slave to my lord, and let the lad go up with his brothers. For how shall I go up to my father if the lad is not with me? Lest perhaps I see the evil that would come upon my father. I know, but we need to spread the word. It's both ways. It goes both ways. It's to read God's word and to have a lot of people. It goes both ways. It's not mainly the views, but it goes both ways. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. It's not just the views. It's also to spread the word too. But still, we need more people to hear the word. But no one wants to stream. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe I need to share my channel more. Maybe I should put it on my dad and mom's car and say subscribe to Jesus&Drums, and then we can advertise it as people drive by. That's a good idea. Just have people say have a something that says subscribe to Jesus&Drums. Unless you can do that to your car. Yes, even one person. Yeah, it's weird that I'm not getting any people. And my dream is to hit 100,000 subscribers. I don't think if this keeps happening like this, I'm not going to reach it in my life at all. Maybe because other news outlets are live streaming right now. Yeah, basically. Basically, yes. Yeah, I have a question. Could you put my channel name if you have a car on your car? And let's say subscribe to Jesus&Drums. It's another way to do it. Make yourself a tough sticker and put it somewhere where everyone can see it. Oh yeah, if you could try and add a sticker on your car if you have one, and have it say subscribe to Jesus&Drums on YouTube. At Jesus&Drums. That could help. Only if you want to. I'm not saying you have to, but I wonder if that could work. Yes. Subscribe to Jesus&Drums on your car. Because I don't have a car. Yet. Can you hear some background noise? Dang. Do you hear that noise? I think someone's doing yard work in my area. The windows are open in my room. I think wind blowing. I can go shut it. And I am in my jammies. It is a Sunday. I mean, come on. You don't want to have your jammies on a Sunday? I'm gonna go shut it really quick. I'm gonna mute it. Alright, I'm back. I did it just in case. I'm gonna read now. That Joseph could not restrain himself before all those who stood by him, and he cried out, "Make everyone go out for me." So no one stood with him while Joseph made himself known to his brothers. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard it. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Does my father still live?" But his brothers could not answer him, for they were dismayed in his presence. And Joseph said to his brothers, "Please come near to me." So they came near. Then he said, "I am Joseph your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. But now do not therefore be grieved or angry with yourselves, because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years the famine has been in the land, and there are still 5 years in which there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. And God sent me before you to preserve a posterity for you in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you who sent me here, but God, and he has made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt." No, I didn't. That would have been funny. Alright, I'm going to continue to read. "Hurry and go up to my father, and say to him, 'Thus says your son Joseph, God has made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, do not tarry. You shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and you shall be near to me, you and your children's children, and your flocks and your herds, and all that you have. There I will provide for you, lest you and your household and all that you have come to poverty, for there are still 5 years of famine.'" Yes, but it'll go back down. I think this might be my lowest live stream for views. I mean, views do matter too, because hey, thank you. You too. "And behold, your eyes and the eyes of my brother Benjamin see that it is my mouth that speaks to you. So you shall tell my father of my glory in Egypt, and all that you have seen, and you shall hurry and bring my father down here." Then he fell on his brother's Benjamin's neck and wept. And Benjamin wept on his neck. Moreover, he kissed all his brothers and wept over them. And after that, his brothers talked with him, Now the report of it was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brothers had come. So it pleased Pharaoh and his servants. And Joseph said, So it pleased Pharaoh and his servants well. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, Say to your brothers, Do this, load your animals and depart. Go to the land of Canaan, bring your father and your households, and come to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you will eat of the fat of the land. Now you are commanded to this. Take carts out of the land of Egypt for your little ones, and your wives bring your father and come. Also do not be concerned about your goods, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours. Then the sons of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them carts according to the command of Pharaoh, and he gave them provisions for the journey. Then the sons of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them carts according to the command of Pharaoh, and he gave them provisions for the journey. He gave to all of them, to each man, changes of garments, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver, and 5 changes of garments. And he sent to his father these things: 10 donkeys loaded with the good things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain, bread, and food for his father for the journey. So he sent his brothers away, and they departed. And he said to them, See that you do not become troubled along the way. Then they went up out of Egypt, and came to the land of Canaan, to Jacob, their father. And they told him, saying, Joseph is still alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart stood still, because he did not believe them. But when they told him all the words which Joseph had said to them, and when he saw the carts which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob, their father, Then, oh my goodness, which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob, their father, revived. Then Israel said, It is enough. Joseph, my son, is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. Now on chapter 46. So Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. Then God spoke to Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here I am. So he said, I am God, the God of your father. Do not fear to go down to Egypt, for I will make of you a great nation there. I will go down with you to Egypt, and I will also surely bring you up again. And Joseph will put his hand on your eyes. Then Jacob arose from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried their father Jacob, the little ones and their wives, in the carts which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. So they took their livestock and their goods, which they had acquired in the land of Canaan, and went to Egypt. Jacob and all the descendants with him, his sons and his sons' sons, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his descendants he brought with him to Egypt. Now these were the names of the children of Israel: Jacob and his sons, whom went to Egypt. Reuben was Jacob's firstborn. The sons of Reuben were Hanoch, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ahad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shuah, the son of a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kehath, and Merari. The sons of Judah were Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah. But and Oman died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Issachar were Tola, Puvah, Job, and Shimron. The sons of Zebulun were Sered, Elon, and Jalil. I cannot pronounce these names. These were the sons of Leah, whom she bore to Jacob in Paddan Aram, with his daughter Dinah. All the persons, his sons and his daughters, were 33. The sons of Gad were Zebulun, Haggai, Shunai, Esbon, Eri, Uradai, and Ariel. The sons of Asher were Jimnah, Yeshua, Azai, Berai, and Sarah, their sister. And the sons of Berai were Heber and Malachiel. These were the sons of Zip. I'm not sure why there's so many names. I don't understand this passage yet. I don't think. Whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bore to Jacob 16 persons. The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, were Joseph and Benjamin. And to Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, whom Asnath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, bore to him. The sons of Benjamin were Bela, Becher, Eshbi, Jura, Naaman, Yarosh, Mubin, Hupin, and Arad. I would say for the book of Genesis, I'm probably not going to make a regular video because that would take forever to pronounce these names. Alright, where am I? These were the sons of Rachel who were born to Jacob, 14 persons in all. The son of Dan was Heshun. The sons of Naphtali were Jehazel, Gani, Jezer, Shealem. These were the sons of Bilhah, whom Laban gave to Rachel his daughter, and that she bore these to Jacob, 7 persons in all. All the persons who went with Jacob to Egypt, who came from his body, besides Jacob's sons' wives, were 66 persons in all. And the sons of Joseph, who were born to him in Egypt, were 2 persons. All the persons of the house of Jacob who went to Egypt were 70. Then he set Judah before him to Joseph, to point out before him the way of Goshen. And they came to the land of Goshen. So Joseph made ready his chariot, and went up to Goshen to meet his father Israel. And he presented himself to him, and fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a good while. And Israel said to Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen your face, because you are still alive. And Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's household, I will go up and tell Pharaoh, and say to him, My brothers and those of my father's house who were in the land of Canaan have come to me, and the men are shepherds, for their occupation has been to feed livestock, and they have brought their flocks and their herds, and all that they have. So it shall be, when Pharaoh calls you and says, What is your occupation? That you shall say, Your servant's occupation has been with livestock from our youth even till now, both we and also our fathers, that you may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination to the Egyptians. Well, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for watching. It's alright if I don't get a lot of people in. I'll just read the word, that's it. And not a lot of talking to. Yeah, bro, see you later. Bye.